my bike sat for 10 years. Again, please don't let your bike sit for 10 years. That's awful. If you're not going to ride it, just give it away. Buy a new one later. I clean the carbs. I have issues with fuel running out. Decel pops. Fuel dumps into the bottom end. So I replaced the jets with OEM jets and purchased an OEM float valve kit. Cost me close to $200. Ouch, as per Honda's suggestion to fix it, which I don't know who Honda is in this conversation, but that's a piss poor idea. If you're getting fuel into the bottom end, you have a problem with the rings. Yes, you are going to need to address the carb because that's where the problem's starting, but if you're getting a lot of fuel and the carb is running fine, you're getting fuel in the bottom end, you've got problems. So once I got home, checked the oil, there's gas in the oil. So first off, he is definitely having an issue with his float valve. The float valve is probably letting too much fuel into the cylinders, and the raw fuel is not getting burnt. Instead, it is washing the oil off the cylinder walls and trickling down into the bottom end. So, no bueno. Can you give me advice? I know it's a basic douche question, but I follow you. My page here. My model's not covered, but I love your knowledge and vids. Honda in Canada is way too much money. It's killing me. All parts of the carb look amazingly clean. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a mechanic. I'm pretty decently good at fixing stuff. So, your float valve. Again, the customer previously who sent me an email about gas pouring out of the carb. In this case, this customer is not having gas coming out of his carb, but he is getting fuel into the cylinder that is leaking down the cylinder walls into the crankcase. So I would adjust your float valve, make sure that is at the proper height, your floats, make sure they're at the proper height. Replace or inspect your float valve. The float needle and seat should both be very clean. And here's a really good tip. Okay, check this out. On the single carbs, these guys, you can't take out the float seat. So if you have a new float valve and your float seat looks okay, but you still have overflow, your float levels are good, you can take a Q-tip with some Mother's mag and aluminum wheel polish, put the Q-tip in, chuck it up in a drill, like this guy, put the Q-tip in there, put a little Mother's on there, put it in the float seat, and start spinning. And you're going to polish the brass on the seat for your float. And it'll clean off any varnish, and you really don't need to do it too much, just until you see it shine. If it's dull and weird splotchy patterns, that's not good. So yes, that's basically the answer to that customer's question. Is your float is probably letting too much fuel into the bike.